Hey everybody, welcome back to CALLOUS Invitational 7. Proud to announce that as of last night, this is the highest paying CALLOUS Invitational ever. Got several donations all at once, including 3-figure donations, highlighted by a $200 donation by Jirachi, who competed in this tournament, and that led to a little cascade of other donations, and we got over the hump. We're paying out over $2,600, officially beating last year's total. It's the highest paying CI ever, and that is exactly what we wanted for the last CI ever. So I really appreciate you guys paying that. The donation it's invaluable. It really is. The tournament could not happen without you guys, and it's very clear how much you guys enjoy this tournament and what it means to the community. So I really appreciate you guys making that happen. It's the best way possible to go out. We're still taking donations all the way to the end of the tournament. So yeah, it's really the sky's the limit of how high you want to set the bar for whoever it is that ends up being my successor, if there is one. If we can get to 3K, that would be a bonkers number for a Pokemon tournament. Let's see if we can do that. I would really appreciate it. I still appreciate everything that's been done up to this point. Very proud of what the tournament has become. But we do have a match here. It is the first match in real time of round 6, and it happens to be in the lower bracket. It is between two excellent Pokemon players, two of the overall best Pokemon players in the world, and they are both, unsurprisingly, past money winners here in CALLOUS Invitational. We've got SoulWind on the bottom, who, as you know, if you followed, was the runner-up in this tournament just last year, taking home a pretty big paycheck for his efforts. He was also the winner of my Permasand Invitational a number of years ago, so he's made money in 2 of my tournaments up to this point. Mana is a third-place finisher, former third-place finisher, in CI 3 or 4? CI 4, I believe. And he has consistently, every single year since then that he's played CI, been in the upper half. He's never finished below the median in this tournament, and he's made deep runs over and over again. These guys are both really good, and I'm very much excited to see how this match plays out. But like I said, with it being a lower bracket match, one of them will be eliminated. So let's check it out. SoulWind and Ban Manaphy. SoulWind's on the bottom, Mana's on the top. Zapdos, sure. And they're both going to stay in for T-Bolt and Toxic, respectively. I would have thought that maybe a T-Wave was coming, but neither one goes for that. Lax comes in, fairly safe here, and it is just another Thunderbolt. Sure. Takes that no problem, especially in a sandless game, but he's going to actually just T-Bolt him again. And Mana's going to go for Thunder, which is going to, what is this, GSC? Must have been anticipating a Scarm or something along those lines. 70-40, obviously it's going to miss a lot, and it misses there. It wouldn't have done that much to Zapdos, but just being aware that that's there makes it a lot worse. And that Boom is actually going to kill the opposing Metagross from full, so perhaps a Choice Band. But yeah, the Steel Resistance does not save him there. Leaves us in a 5-5 situation early on. Tar comes in, misses Rock Slide for SoulWind. And EQ, so some kind of weird utility lax. We've seen Return, Earthquake, and Thunder. Very well just might be last move Boom. This Rock Slide cooperates, but no crit, no flinch. Leaves them both very low. Probably both just going to stay in and let this happen at this point. Just kidding. It's a CB Tower, presumably locked on the Rock Slide there, so yeah. Dugtrio can come in safely for anything other than a critical hit, which doesn't come, and get him with Earthquake. So both the Dugtrio and the Lax are really low, but they are alive, and now he has, I mean, at least the Lax is just fodder at this point, but maybe the Dugtrio still has potential to do something. And there is the fodder right there. So real quick, we've got a 2-2. It's only 10 turns in. Pretty fast game so far. Poison Zapdos comes in, so we're back to the lead matchup. Gonna go for T-Bolt. Unsurprisingly, so is SoulWind. Leaves them at pretty comparable health, but again, one poison, one not. Rain Dance. Fair enough. Well, after Dugtrio trapping and getting rid of the tar, now gets rid of the tar sand as well. And that is not meant to help oh geez. Gonna say not meant to help a clearly non-Restlax, but you know what that's meant to help? Apparently a Gorobus. When's the last time you saw that guy in a tournament ADVOU match? Does have Swift Swim for those unaware, which is why it's faster than Zapdos here. And the Rain Danced Hydro Pump there would have done a nice little chunk, but 80-20 doesn't cooperate. Instead, he's going to get some value out of his Dugtrio. Rock Slide with a crit or flinch possibility. Gets neither, but still, meaningful chip on Zapdos. More than half there. Wow, little Rain Team here. Why use something somewhat decent like Kingdra when you can use fucking Gorobus? And there's Rain Dance again. Gonna set up the Gorobus before it dies. So Toxic kills it. And here it is. It swung and missed before with Hydro Pump. Let's see what it can get done now. Of course, its chances to do anything are going to be effectively cut in half because he's staring down a Protect user. But let's see what he can get done. He's going to get him for a whopping 99% with Hydro Pump. But 99 versus 100 is a pretty big effing deal here. Killing it would have been a pretty big difference from what actually happened. Now, wow, he's going to sub Wild Poison. That's pretty ballsy. And that's going to prompt SoulWind to go for a 50-50 Protect, which he does get. And Hydro Pump would have had to hit as well, so it's actually better than a 50-50 for SoulWind. But SoulWind does get the math. Protect fails that time, as it should, 25-75. And Ice Beam, enough to kill him. Doesn't have to rely on the shaky accuracy of Hydro Pump. Gorobus about to die to the poison. Thunderbolt doesn't really matter there. And it's going to be Ice Beam on the way out for a pretty big chunk there as well. 49% before it goes down. So 3 pokes for SoulWind against only 1 for mana. And the 1 is going to be Heracross. Megahorn makes it a 3v2. Salamence in the back. Dugtrio, that'll end it unless it's Endurasalic. Which it does seem to be, however. That turns the tables in a huge way. Now it's going to have to be something for SoulWind in the back that can survive reversal. Probably a Resistance. Aerodactyl ain't it. It is outsped after the Salic Berry, and it takes reversal neutrally. Between that and the fact that it obviously would have no defensive investment whatsoever, it is going to get smacked. And yeah, that is going to be the Game 1 turnaround victory, the Game 1 reversal, if you will, for Ban Manaphy. Fair enough. Looked like SoulWind was ahead for most of that, but busting out the Gorobus, of all things, and getting there with the Endurasalic Hera with the crucial support of the Rain Dance Zapdos. Game 1 to the ever-creative Ban Manaphy, putting last year's runner-up, SoulWind, back against the wall and 1 game away from elimination. Here is Game 2. We'll keep the sides the same for continuity. SoulWind on the bottom, Ban Manaphy on the top. Zapdos and Lead Starmie. Okay. And a Lead Starmie with Light Screen? Sure. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, a Lead Starmie with Light Screen. In all my years of ADV, that's probably a first for me, so I guess we'll see where it goes. The ever-creative Ban Manaphy busting out more unusual shenanigans, and he's going to immediately pop Dugtrio by Focus Punching there. So probably a reasonable start for Mana. He's behind a screen, the Dug is down. Yeah, what the hell, it's Focus Punch again on a Spike turn. 40% is okay. See if he has Protect here. And he does. So that's going to not only get lefties, but it's going to work on chipping away Light Screen turns. Drill Peck, sure. And Rock Slide, fair enough. Interesting that he stayed into Drill Peck. That must have been just to try to stop a Focus Punch that didn't come, but now it does. And it is, of course, protected against. Don't think SoulWind's going to want to stay at this for too much longer, and he does get out of the way here, but Mana not able to pull the trigger on a Focus Punch does go for Rock Slide, and it connects with a Suicune in the back, previously unrevealed. After all that, he did only get the one layer down, and there is a Starmie on the other side. No clue if it has Rapid Spin or not. It's a weird lead light screen set, but maybe it still has Rapid Spin. I don't know. Could just be like Surf, Recover, Rapid Spin, Light Screen, I guess. Surf takes out Tower, leaves us in a 5-5. Well, Starmie's representing now that it is Thunderbolt, which is kind of weird. But SoulWind believes him. And good thing he does. He actually does have Thunderbolt. And he gets a 10% para. So what is the set on this guy? Light Screen Thunderbolt, okay. Well, I was going to say we may never see another move, but Zapdos doesn't actually kill him there. He goes for Rain Dance, so SoulWind doing the exact same thing that Mana just did, setting up somebody else with Rain Dance, but he also set up the Starmie on the other side to crit his Blissey with Hydro Pump, follow up with another Hydro Pump, and Blissey just lost to an unboosted special attacker. I mean, boosted by the Rain, obviously, but I meant no CM boost. No stat boost. Wow, and there's another Hydro Pump connect and a full para. Is the game just over? Yeah, it sure is. That's SoulWind conceding the game and being eliminated from the tournament. What a weird way to go out. That Rain strictly benefited Mana with the way that it played out. Thing had Hydro Pump, and then he just nailed them 3 in a row. Crit, connect, and then full para. Hitting 3 Hydros in a row, 80-20 all the way. One is a crit, one's a full para turn. Just like that, SoulWind's out. I have no clue what this Starmie was. Last move, Ice Beam, Spin, Recover. Yeah, weird set for sure. Mana's very creative, but in this one we never really got to see the entirety of what the team wanted to do. Only got to see 2 pokes. Very unusual. SoulWind does not normally get stomped this way, but there was a lot of luck involved, obviously. That was a pretty back-breaking sequence at the end, and I don't even know if it was premature. I think SoulWind was pretty boned at that point. So he concedes. A pretty unceremonious way to go out of the final CALLOUS Invitational, but as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, SoulWind has plenty to be proud of in Pokemon as a whole, and in my tournaments. He's made money twice, which is one of a very, very small group of people who are able to say that. Taken home overall over $1,000 of my money, or I guess money that I held that was originally your money, either or. And just a really, really good player who has nothing to prove. But nevertheless, he will not go back-to-back with making money in CI. He does have a deep run, but not going to be a back-to-back money winner. And Ban Manaphy, very dangerous, very creative player, still in the hunt. He'll be there in round 7. We'll see who he's against in the lower bracket. But in the meantime, this is, like I said, the first match of this round to happen in real time. Lots more action still to come. So subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to miss any of that, please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, all those videos, when the matches happen, you know I'll get them up. I'll see you guys there.